check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
The Texas Longhorns enter this season with a ton of optimism. Coming off a 10-win year last year in a season where their young quarterback, Arch Manning, took significant steps ahead. They are so excited to see if they can improve and get back to the college football playoff this season. The offensive line grew from last year. More experience for this great young quarterback. We'll see if Arch Manning can take another step this season. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. On the run, it's Dickey. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name.
Maybe a crease. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And it's the game-breaking speed. You see right there, he takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
First carry of the season for this transfer. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's Arch to throw. Looking long. He's got it down the left side. Off to the races. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorn.
But we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. The run inside. It's Williams. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Nice move to keep running. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play race.
And if we start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Shoots it to the left. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Red Raiders will call on their punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Turning it on! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Quarterback making checks. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no. They got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance. Because of those names you just mentioned, we're expecting this running game to be elite.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. A give to Brown. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You're bringing Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense.
There's a crease. Got enough for the first. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. They'll give it to Brown. He's there to make the stop.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. To throw, Manning. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff for Brown. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
First carry of the season. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Oh, they're after him. Not a lot of movement on that one, the defense in possession.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. The screen, and watch out. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the 1st down.
Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Flips it out on the screen. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field, making the nice tackle.
And the Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the 1st option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. To throw, it's Hammond. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Wide open downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, What adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Arch Madness. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. Breaks into the open. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Arch is going to throw for it. Complete.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on 4th down. Manning to throw for it on 4th. He's got him. Finds a crease at the 20. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The whistle sound, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. And the kicker delivers to 3 to salvage that drive. That'll bring him to within 4. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's Ole Miss coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
1st down, right back to Brown. There's some room. Past the 20. Touchdown, Texas. They take the lead here in the second half. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hudson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. Running inside, it's Williams. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll leave it with the lone back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. He'll get rid of it. That's reeled in. It's Simmons. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Sticky.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Right back to the well. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Reads it, fires complete. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And this is the beauty of getting in these 3rd down and manageable situations. It makes it so much easier for an offense. Now you can run your RPO game, and everybody has to respect that run. I read it. He reads it correctly, spits it out on the perimeter right now. Your guy does the rest of the work. Nice 3rd down execution.
The run inside. It's Sticky.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Might as well stick with him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
The Red Raiders kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Scanning the field is Hammond. Sets up the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Back to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Punch it out of the air. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a 3rd down stop. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the catch, and he's free. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, you've really seen the evolution to tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. So nice to have these tight ends.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Manning to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to dial up the screen pass on 1st down, seeing if they can catch the defense rushing upfield, but they stayed home. They had their eyes on the football, and they create a negative play.
And the Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He might want another play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Throwing Manning. Sends it downfield. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Man, those sting, man. Third down, the money down. Your guy's got to come through. You had a good play called. Receiver there to make a play. He's just got to catch the football. Those hurt on any down, but especially third down.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Fourth down, Manning throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dickey. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got some room to run. And he returned that into reverse skate in a hurry and takes it to the 46.
That's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of 1st downs, maybe even punch in a score, and they'll go home with the W. Makes the grab in their space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the 1st. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the 1st down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Works it ahead for 6 yards on the play. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and it also takes us to the 2-minute timeout. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Timeout called by the Red Raiders, and now Texas Tech will have no more to use. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. And the Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. On the move. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
Exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Hammond. The screen, he's got wheels. Caught, and he's got room. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. To the air on 1st down. The throw. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. The Red Raiders surge back on top.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. 16 seconds left, and to pull off the comeback, they'll have to get the onside kick. The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
This offense has it with really good field position. Could not make his way to the corner. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on.